Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. All right. I want everybody to clap for each other because y'all made it today in my seminar. That takes a lot of courage. That's what I'm talking about. It takes courage to be here. That's right. Welcome. Today is my seminar, and I'll be talking about personal integrity. I am Coach Hill, and I want to let you know in advance, I am not an entertainer, so don't expect me to entertain. Today, we're going to talk about growth and how can we grow. Okay? So let me hear everybody, tell me everybody what your dreams are. Eddie, what's your dream? What's your dream?
To become a football player.
Say it loudly.
To become a football player.
Amy, what's your dream?
I want to become an engineer.
Engineer. Dina, what's your dream?
My dream is to become a doctor.
To become a doctor. All right. Bud, what's your dream?
Become a rapper.
You're a rapper. Everybody's dream, and it starts with integrity. So these are my 11 principles that I'm going to be talking about. So that way you can be able to accomplish what you need to accomplish for your dream. And the first one I want to talk about, the first principle we're going to talk about is to be honest with thyself. You know, it's not easy to be honest with self. And some people, they struggle with that. I still do sometimes, and I know a lot of other people do. So, in some ways, you know, being honest with self takes a lot of effort. Can you tell me in what ways you have dealt with effort? Struggle with effort. Tell me in some ways you struggle with effort.
What do you mean?
Meaning that, for instance, about your room. We tell you to clean your room, right? Do you put everything in it to clean that room?
No.
Talk about effort. That's great. That's how we start off. We start with being honest. Amy, tell me something it was hard for you to be honest. How about talking to a parent? Right? Huh? Yeah? It was hard, right? Huh? See? Dina, tell me when you can it was hard for you to be honest about something.
When my mom tells me to brush my teeth, sometimes I don't brush my teeth, or
See?
like I don't put deodorant on.
See?
I don't.
It's about honesty, right? Being honest about self. Talking about being effort. So, the first thing with integrity is all about being honest, right? So that's the first principle, right? So the second principle I want to touch base is stay true to your word. Ooh. Staying true to your word. All we have in this world is our word and our bond. A lot of people take that for granted. A lot of people take our word for granted. It's not easy. But as long as we practice and we develop, it can get better over time. Eddie, tell me when is a time where you stay true to your word.
What do you mean?
Meaning that if I ask about the dog, and you say, Uncle King, I did everything you asked me with the dog Roscoe. And I said, okay. I said, and I ask you, and I say, you sure you've done everything? And you say what?
Yes.
Yes. Did you stand true to your word?
No.
And sometimes that can be hard, right?
Yes.
Amy, when is the last time you stayed true to your word? Hard to remember. And that's being honest with thyself. And it's fine. Because integrity, it teaches you how to be honest with yourself. Emotions, thinking, every day. Helping, you train, people help you train, and it gets better over time, and it's all right. Staying true to your word sometimes can be very difficult, especially on the times when you don't want to. I can remember a time that I didn't stay true to my word. It was a time when I went to school, and I was supposed to go to school, and I didn't honor my mother by going to school. And she asked me, she said, "Shaquem, where you at?" And I said, "Mom, I'm at school." But reality was, I was on the basketball court. Integrity. As we get older, it gets better because responsibilities start to kick in. We get old. As we get older, we're supposed to get wiser, right? Tackle on knowledge. Integrity plays a big part in our dreams, in our everyday life. Keep your word. Honor thy word. Because if nothing else you have in this world is your word. And that also can go in your career too. But we're going to talk about the next principle. The next principle is a great one. It's called write a personal mission statement. Also goes in with integrity. Writing down the mission statement, it can be challenging. It can be tricky. So, I want you to ask me what is a mission statement? Ask me what a mission statement is.
What is a mission statement?
Mission statement is something like a goal. Similar to like a goal. Something you can strive for. That you have a passion about. Also part of integrity. It keeps your demeanor in line. Especially when you focus on something. So you need to write it down. Personal mission statement. For instance, today, this week, I'm going to do 5 or 10 push-ups. I may just want to walk around the block about 5 times in the lap. So I can work on my body so my body can develop. Also, that is integrity. You're keeping to your word. And you write it down and you review it. For instance, another one. I like video games. Some people, their mission may be, I'm gonna beat this game in the next week or 2. That's a mission. You got something that you can strive for. That's part of integrity. You keep pushing. You keep pushing every day. Every day. Another mission. I'm going to listen to my parents, even though when I don't feel like it. Integrity. Your word. Staying true to thyself. Writing it down. As the list goes on, you can do it. Integrity involves focus. You gotta be focused. Demand focus from yourself. Nobody else but yourself. Writing down a mission statement is very key to success. All right, we're going to the next one. We're gonna keep this ball rolling. We got another one here. This is a great one right here. Another principle that deals with integrity. Think before you commit. Yeah, think before you commit. This is a great one. Do you ever think about what you need to think about before you commit to something? You said your dream was to play what? And you said your dream was to what, Amy? Be an engineer. And both takes work. It takes work. And you say?
A doctor.
A doctor.
Big dream.
That's a big dream right there. Long term. And you can do it. You can do it. Y'all all can have what y'all want to have. But it's going to take a lot of integrity, right? You got to think before you commit. So we're going to talk about commitment. You know, commitment, that word is very, 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 very hard. Because when you say commit to yourself, you asking yourself, am I all in? Right? So when you say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an engineer, and I want to be a football player, what's your dream, Yanni? From the block, what's your dream?
A professional softball player?
A professional softball player. So, commitment, it's saying you gotta be all in. Are you all in? Are you committed? Are you focused? Are you determined to be all you can? It's going to take a certain work ethic that you're going to have. But you can do it. And integrity, it helps that person. Focus, all eyes on me. Focus. Integrity. When you all alone, this is the stuff you think about. Think before you commit. So when you say, oh, I'm in a room and I'm bored, I cleaned up the house, I cleaned up my room, I did everything my parents asked me to do, and I can't just go out because my friends they already out. Okay. So, an integrity person with integrity, they say, okay, I see that my life right now is not the most funnest thing in the world. What do I need to do to better myself today? Commitment. You know what? I want to be an engineer and I want to be that football player. You know what? It's time for me to, let me think for a minute. Okay. Commitment. So when we think about football, we think about running, right? Do we think about running when we talk about football? Eddie?
Yes.
Yes. Say it loudly.
Before you get
Yes.
started football player, you gotta do what? Before you be a star football player, you gotta do what?
You gotta have a level of commitment.
Good grades and school.
Student athlete. Sure, you're right. Student first.
Tap it up, y'all.
Student
Student
first.
athlete.
That's right. Integrity. Think before you commit. Have it in your mind that you're going to have it. You're going to have it done. You're going to have it complete. But you got to work for it. Think on that commitment. All right? And we're going to the next one. Learn to say no. The next principle of commitment is learn to say no. Eddie. Amy, Dina, Yana, Jordan. Hey, what's up now? There goes integrity right there. All right. We have to learn to say no. We have to learn that everything that we just can't do, right? Because we committed, right, to our dreams, right, to accomplish the things that we want to do, right? For instance, I want to play the video game. Or I want to go out and just go out and have fun. It's summertime. Let me just go out. But you committed to your dream. Sometimes your dream, they tell you, no, you can't do that. Level of integrity. Staying true to thyself. Right? Staying committed. It's not, sometimes you can't go out and have fun and play with whoever you want to play with. Sometimes it's going to require you not to play the video game. Sometimes it's going to require you not to listen to music. Sometimes you just got to dig in and focus. And sometimes you got to tell yourself, and when I mean yourself, I mean your mind, your inner self. All right, I got something for you. I want everybody to say powerhouse. Powerhouse. Say powerhouse.
Powerhouse.
Now, I want you to say powerhouse. Hey, what's up, DJ? How you doing, buddy? All right. There you go. So, I want y'all to say powerhouse in your mind. And I'm going to count to 3. When I say 3, say powerhouse in your mind. Ready? 1, 2, 3. No, in your mind. Say it in your mind. Right? I'm about to teach you about saying no. This principle is about saying no. So sometimes, okay, so let's start over. We're going to say powerhouse again, but in your mind. I'm going to count to 3, and y'all say powerhouse in your mind. So ready? 1, 2, 3. No. It's all right. But y'all get the understanding. Sometimes in our inner self say, you can't do that. You can't live your dream, right? You can't have all that you want. You can't be that doctor. You know, you can't be that football player. You can't be that construction worker. So sometimes you gotta quiet your mind and say, no, I can have what I want. I can do this. I can be a dentist. I can be a lawyer. I can be whatever my mind say, and my heart and soul. I can do it. I can be it. Sometimes it's going to take you to tell yourself, no, I can do this. You got to sit yourself down a little bit, and you have to, and don't be afraid to tell other people, no. No is okay to say. It's a complete sentence. No is a complete word. No. There's a lot of drugs out here. Who do drugs? Raise your hand. You tell yourself no. You see that? You see that? That's integrity. That's integrity. That's discipline. Y'all know that drugs is not good for you, and you say no to yourself. That's all part of integrity. That's all part of this principle. Say no. That's a lot of discipline to do that.
That's a self-control.
Self-control.
Ooh, I like
That's
that.
right. Next principle. We're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it rolling. So the next principle is called reflect on your growth. That's very, very important. Reflect on your growth. Sometimes when we all alone, and we do be alone a lot often, and a lot of people sometimes, they get killed. They get in a depression mode. They get very depressed with life, and it can be very, very challenging. Sometimes, as teenagers, as adults, with our busy lives every day, we don't take time to reflect. And it's very important to reflect. Very healthy. Even if it's for 5 to 10 minutes, even if you can dedicate 20 minutes to your time to reflect on where you at in life. You look in the mirror every day. You got to look at yourself, and you got to go to sleep with yourself every day. Very important to ask yourself important questions. Who am I? Where am I from? What can I do? And where am I going? Those 5 will help you to reflect on growth. Sometimes we get in this phase where we get in our head and we change. We become like different people, different kids. Because when we can't have what we want to have and think on the right things, all the negativity come about. Why? Because we don't reflect on growth. We don't reflect on where we are.
You said kid.
It goes adults as well. Have to reflect. Very, very important. Friends, you may have company. You come over and you just happen to just spaz out, and they don't understand why. You can't even explain why. And the reason is we don't take enough time for ourselves. Because when we get bored, we get being frightened of being alone. And that's growth. Growth is okay to be alone. Growth is saying it's okay to be alone. You challenge being lonely, because sometimes being alone is integrity. Everything that I just covered so far is all about integrity. These are the principles. So we reflect on growth. Reflect on your failures. Reflect on your failures. Amy, you're a very intelligent guy. Let me ask you, is failure a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, it could be both.
That's great. That's a great answer. That's a great answer. Say that again. I'm going to ask you to say it, and I want you to say it loud with confidence. Amy, is failure a good thing or a bad thing?
It can be both.
Key. When we are taught, we taught failure is bad. When we go to school, when we go to work, when you fail, everybody's down on you already because you're different. You fail, you're a failure. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, I asked you to do a task and you can't do it. Oh, reflection of failure. Let me be the one to tell you. Failure is okay. When you try and when you work hard, and you become the person that you need to become for you and yours someday, and for the adults, I tell you, failure is all right. But just don't sit in your misery. Reflect on your failures and find out what can you do better. It's not easy. Growth can be challenging. But with the right coach, with the right mentors, with the right people in mind, who you hang around is who you become. You show me about 5 of your friends in your circle, I'll tell you your future. That goes for that goes for company oriented, that goes for average people or whoever. You tell me 5 of your friends, I will show you what your life will look like. I'm telling you, people don't even hire other people just because they don't give that type of inspiration. They don't smile enough. You won't even get the job because you don't smile enough. Who wants to come around other people when you are sad and down? And mind you, this is all connected to failures. You build yourself up. Don't let nobody else tell you how to get up. You are not in competition with nobody. You have to believe in you, and at the end of the day, that got to be good enough for you. Because when you rest and lay down, that is enough. Just know that if you did all you can and failed, that's all right. You pick yourself back up. It's not all right when you do nothing and fail. Now, a lot of people have a tendency to do that. Reflect on your failures. Find out what you're doing wrong so that way you can make it better. Next one. Next principle is called seek counseling when needed. Seek counseling when needed. It's all right to ask for help. Don't ever, ever, ever think that it's not okay to ask for help. We all need help. We need assistance. So do I, as a life coach, professionally and unprofessionally. We all need help. Don't let me kid you not, because this world is very hard. Quote from Medina Hill. She said, life is what you make it. Your reality, it can be hard or it can be easy. And sometimes it calls for us to seek help, counseling. It's all right. They say, as an adult, we're supposed to train a child and how the child should develop. Train the child, show the child, be an example of the child. Counseling. Mental, it will save your life. You won't have to have anxiety. You don't have to have depression. That's choice. That's choice made. You wasn't born with anxiety. You wasn't born with depression. You wasn't born in this world with sadness. You was born in this world with love, tendency, care, and all the happiness in the world when two people meet. Counseling. It's all right to ask for help. But you gotta realize who you can go to. Because everybody out here in this world is not for you. And that goes for you too, world. It's all right to seek help. It's all right to seek counseling. And when you're done seeking counseling, volunteer. Next principle. Volunteer. Help out. Be a helping hand. A lot of people don't volunteer for certain things. Dina, Gianna, if you see a homeless person, what would you do?
Well, personally, if I had money on me, I would give it to them, but sometimes I say no because this is what this is what the life they did and this is what they caused.
Mhm.
So they would just say no because you're a kid and you need it and you will keep it if you give them this. So they said, you just keep it.
That's nice. All right, Yanni, what would you do if you see a homeless person fall? What would you do? And it's all stick with volunteer. This is the topic. It's about volunteering. What would you do if you seen you walking down the street, you going to school, and a homeless person just happened to stumble and drop on their feet? What would you do? It's something to think about, right? Right? James, if you see a homeless person, they stumble on the floor, stinking everything, can't smelling everything, what would you do? You'll help him get up. Okay. Pray for him.
Chelsea said help him get up.
Chelsea,
Yep, she said help him get up.
you help him get up?
Just don't think you're better than somebody else that you could help that person out.
Volunteer. Perfect. Well said. Volunteer. A lot of people don't have a kindness in their heart, and they won't volunteer. Some people, they'll trip and they'll see a homeless, and the first thing, oh, he's stinking. I guarantee if you had a suit and a tie looking nice like myself, I guarantee they'd be, oh, you all right? But they won't do that when you down and out, when you homeless and you don't have nothing to eat, nothing to wear, nothing. No money in your pocket, nowhere to go to. They'll look at you like you stupid. Oh, he don't need help. What's wrong with volunteering? What's wrong with helping another person? Volunteer on your services. When you are well capable and you well perform and you care about thyself, help. Be a helping hand to others. You are different. Be different. Do not be like everybody else. That's average. Average would get you nowhere. But in the same circle that you do on an everyday. Be different. Think different. Volunteer. Help out. All part of integrity. Because you're showing that you don't, it's called a level of significance. You help self and you help others. Volunteer. Next principle.
But it could be people so used to doing that one thing, they wouldn't know how to get out of that comfort zone. They always in. So,
And it's okay.
y'all think it's fine, but
Mm-hmm.
not good with that person.
Sure, you're right.
Y'all might want to go out to the things the rest of them. This one might want to touch the bar.
It's a level of thinking. It's a level of mindset. You get a level of mindset, you think different. You think outside the box. Again, our parents only can do but so much. We have to take it the rest of the way. Now, our parents love us and train us as we continue to grow. But as we continue to grow, we have to develop certain things on ourselves and our way of thinking. School helps, and the things that we do outside of school helps as well. Part of integrity. Being by yourself. What do you tell yourself when you're alone? Negativity has the way of creeping in. You have to have a level of integrity. You got to be positive. You think positive. Be positive. What do you tell yourself when you look in the mirror every day? Because you got to look in the mirror to brush your teeth and wash faces every day. What do you tell yourself? Do you say good morning, self? People think that you're crazy. Oh, you talk to yourself. No, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. And don't always worry about what other people say or think, because it doesn't matter. Thinking positive will help change lives. Think different. Now, this is how you maintain integrity. Be consistent. What did I say?
Be consistent.
Say it again.
Be consistent.
Say it again.
Be consistent.
You gotta be consistent. That means every day, every single day, you tell yourself, I am the most greatest creature that God made. I am what my dreams say I am. I am the best friend I can possibly be. I am consistent, and you work on it day in and day out, and you practice at the Powerhouse Seminar. I really appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed it, and y'all have a great evening.
Yeah!
See you later.